This is my third video on the new YesWelder YWM-200 welder. It's a multi-process welder, dual voltage, does stick, TIG, MIG, and MIG aluminum with a spool gun. The first video I showed you about the machine and just general settings and so forth. Went over the user interface, covered how to set it up, and I did some MIG welding on mild steel. On my second video I covered the spool gun and MIG welding aluminum capabilities of the machine. And in this video, I'm going to cover the stick welding feature. I have some 3/32, 6013 and 7018 rods. And I'm just going to be running some beads and testing out the machine, playing around, having some fun with it. So let's just get right into it. We'll do some stick welding with the new YesWelder YWM-200. Okay, we're going to start this first weld out, just a simple T-joint. This is probably 14 gauge steel, pretty thin stuff. 7018 rods, 3/32 size. I'm running on 70 amps. Let's weld it up. 7018 rod on 70 amps, 3/32 size rod. Let me get that chipped off and brushed off and we'll show it to you. There's the first T-joint with the 7018 rod, 3/32. Looked to me like it might just be a little bit hot. I'm going to run 2 more beads in there just to kind of fill it up. I'm going to leave the settings the same because we're putting more metal in there, and we'll just run 2 more beads and see what that looks like. I'll run one, clean it up, show it to you, do the next one the same. Next we'll run this butt joint, same material thickness. I'm going to turn the amps down to 65 amps with the 7018 3/32 inch welding rod. I'm going to take a 7018 and kind of do a weave in there, just see if I can make a good looking weld just for fun. We'll see what happens. Well, there's what it looks like with the slag on it. How do you think it's going to turn out? Going to be a total mess, or is it going to look okay? It's going to be way too big of a weld for the thickness of material, but that's not the point here. Let me chip that off, clean it up, and we'll see what it looks like. Well, it looks a whole lot better than it did to start with. Still not beautiful, burnt through at the end, but looks pretty darn good considering. What do you guys think? What do you think of that mess? All right, I had to slide the machine over this way. I don't know if you can see the cord or not. Plugged in behind the Benchmark Abrasives banner. 120 volt outlet with the adapter. (7018) 90 amps on a 120 volt supply power. Let me clean that up and we'll check it out. There's what it looks like after the cleanup on that T-joint. Vertical piece is 1/8 inch. The bottom horizontal piece is 14 gauge. 7018 rods, 120 amp supply power with the YesWelder YWM-200. I love these YesWelder machines. They seem to really have a good stick weld feature. I know it's predominantly a MIG machine, but I really like the stick features on it. This is some 3/8 inch scrap steel. I'm going to run this with regular outlet power, wall socket outlet power. And I'll run the first side with 7018 on 85 amps. We'll clean it up and look at it. Alright, there's the 7018 3/32 rod on 3/8 inch material. This is with 120 volt supply power to the YesWelder machine, and that's at 85 amps. I had to do a restart there. You can see about an inch from the left edge. This is a 6013 rod on 3/8 inch material. Input voltage on the YesWelder YWM-200 was 120 amps, regular wall outlet. And I ran this bead at 70 amps, and I'm completely happy with that. The material's too thick, I think, for that setup, but just testing things out today. So click the video on the screen now to go to that video, and we'll see you over there.